Good morning. It's the first day of school. Woohoo! So, all the preparation has led us to this moment. I have a couple of new students on my list, and now I'm up to 21, possibly, with the exception of possibly one has moved over the summer, but we don't know for sure. So, 21 on my list. So I have a few things to prepare this morning. I'm headed to school. It is 6:30. Yeah, 6:30 a.m. because I have lots to do, and I want to be totally prepared when the students come in. They can come kind of early today because parents can just bring them straight to our rooms on the first day of school. And they can say their goodbyes and help bring in their things and, stuff like that. So I will be there in a little bit, and I'll show you my first day of school shirt. It's really cute. Can't wait to share it with you. All right, I'll catch you when I get to school. Today has gone really well. So it's lunchtime, and I'm just about to go pick up my kids from lunch to take them up here to do a read aloud. I'm not finding the book I want to read, so hopefully it's in my stash over there. But we read Second Grade Holdout, First Day Jitters, and The Pigeon Has to Go to School. And you saw that we did the little anchor chart with it. We also did How Do You Feel Today? And we decided we would make one at the end of the day to see if it has changed. If we were nervous at the beginning of the day, are we not nervous now? So we're going to compare the two charts. We've put away our supplies. I have organized all the snacks back here in this box. You see right there. And they've got their supplies organized. I've got like the tissues and things organized. I just heated my lunch and had time to take 2 bites, but that's okay. We have a recess after I do my read aloud. So we'll have a restroom break, read aloud for about 10 minutes, and that's recess time. So I can finish it then real quick and then get myself ready for the afternoon. And then I have late buses with my partner teacher next door. And then the day will be over, and then I need to go home and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Caitlin needs me to mail something, so I'm going to do that. But then I can go home and collapse. And I need to film a collaboration video. We'll see how that goes. All right, check with you at the end of the day when I'm on the way home. Hola! When last we spoke, I was still alive. I don't feel that I can claim that anymore. Do I look as tired as I feel? Oh my gosh, you forget just how exhausting the first day of school is. And it's not that it's bad. The first day of school is not bad. It's just so tiring. I feel so wiped out. Like, I was basically shuffling to the car. It is 10 till 5. Yeah, I left my house at 6:30 this morning, and it is now 10 till 5, and I am wiped out after being up since 3. I decided that since I'm just me, and I hate for the kids to be out of ABC order, if at all possible, I like them to be in their number order that's alphabetical. Well, when I got the 2 new students that I added on last night, I just couldn't even process where to put them in the alphabetical line, so I just tacked them on to the end. But I have not numbered any students. Like, I have not assigned a number to anyone. And even like the bulletin board that I have that has the student numbers on it, I just told them with their little project that they did today that they could just clip it on any clip they wanted today because our numbers were going to change. So I had one student that we think has moved. So I decided to take that student and put them at the end. That'll be my number 21, and if they come, they come, and if they don't, they don't. And I'm just gonna move everybody else to the right place. And then if that student never comes, it doesn't affect our line order at all. I thought that was pretty smart, considering I have no brain. So during late bus time, I was able to switch around the ABC order and print a new class list. After printing a new one yesterday. But that is okay. That's just kind of the way it goes at the beginning of the year. You have move-ins, you have move-outs, you have no-shows, you have, oh, I forgot to tell you we moved to Timbuktu. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I guess it was a madhouse last night. We had people enrolling kind of at the last minute because they're like, oh snap, school starts. Because sometimes sneak up on you like that. But our secretaries are amazing ladies. And it's funny, I went in the office to get something, like check my box or something, because you need to do that several times a day to make sure you get everything out of the box that you need. And I went over to them and I said, ladies, I just want to tell you I really appreciate you. And the one goes, what do you want? And I went, I don't want anything. I'm being honest and serious. No, I really appreciate you. I said, I know how crazy it has been. Back to school is always crazy, but it just seems a little more crazy this year. And I really appreciate what you do for us and what you do for the school and how you make things work. I really appreciate that. So thank you for all that you do. And they're like, oh okay, thanks. You're welcome. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want anything. That's so funny though. What do you want? I'm like, nothing. I really honestly don't want anything. Oh my gosh. So I'm in town. I just have to drive about a mile to get home. And I'm in a cool collab back to school. My hair looks like poo. Yeah. And the rest of me is following. Anyway, I am in a collab with some other awesome teacher tubers. It's a little group of us that did a little back to school gift exchange thingy. And I need to film my unboxing. Can you believe I got the box yesterday and I haven't opened it yet? Because I'm not going to open it and be like, oh, cool. And then like fake surprised when I open it for real in the camera. So I'm just like, honestly, last night I was like, I can't do this. Because I needed to work on the new students that I got. I need to make sure I had labels for their passes and student labels for other things and labels for their notebooks and everything. Because we're going to be starting things soon and I didn't want to have to do it later. Because hopefully we'll be moving Caitlin soon. Poor kid is doing a little better but not great. So she was supposed to actually meet with the building manager of the apartments today in Kansas to get her key. And I said, I just really don't think that's a good idea. You've been so sick. You haven't had a day yet where you haven't been throwing up. Really, I don't feel it would be safe for you to drive 3 hours by yourself. She's like, yeah, I would feel better if someone was with me. I said, I would feel better if someone just drove you. Like, you don't even need to drive someone else. You just need to be driven. So, I'm on my road now, about to get to the gravel that goes to my home. And I'm going to be so happy. But I will be signing off soon because I have nothing of value to say now. Other than it was a good day. I intended on taking a lot more pictures than I did. I basically took one picture of the entire class today and sent it to the parents on Remind. I took a picture of our bulletin board of all the student work so they can see what their kiddos did. We did a collaboration partnership thing where they got to ask their partners some of their favorite things, and it was like favorite animal, favorite color, favorite snack, and it turned into an ice cream cone. So the base of the cone part was the friend's name that you interviewed. Ooh, I'm on gravel now, can you tell? And wow, the scoops of ice cream or whatever were the favorite things. And then once they got the answers on there, I told them they could draw them if they wanted, or they can write them, whatever they're most comfortable with. Because honestly, it's the first day of school and they're getting back in the swing. You know, some people like to draw better and then write. So I'm not that person. I always wanted to write because I can't draw very well. But for some kids that, struggle, that was a good option for them. So I thought they turned out really cute. Ooh, can't reach the elbows. So I think it was called Getting the Scoop on My Partner or something. Scoop on My Partner. I don't know. It's from the Reagan Tunstall Back to School Favorites resource on Teachers Pay Teachers. And I can link that below for you because I just bought it like this morning when I was up super awfully early. Because today is their one-day bonus sale where everything's like 25% off. I also got another Amy Lemon's Back to School Engagement Made Easy. I didn't realize she had two of those. And they're completely different. So I got the one that had like the 10 best back to school activities or whatever. And this other one has a whole bunch of different things in it. And it's just a different set of stuff. So I'm like, oh, that'd be good. Because it's not just necessarily back to school stuff. It's a lot of like social emotional learning, rules, procedures type stuff that you are going to work on for a while. I'm in the garage. Oh, okay. But I'll link that below for you too. And I also, this morning, that was a long time ago, friends, a very long time ago, I got a new schedule, like a printable schedule, because I made mine, the one that has the Thistle Girl clip art on it, and I've lost some of my clip art along the way changing computers and stuff, and it's probably on a flash drive, and I probably have it, but trying to find it and stuff, and I just don't want to mess with it. So instead of just trying to rework something, trying to find it for one thing and then trying to rework it, I decided that I would just get one, and it was only like $3 and something with the sale. And it's got melon heads, which I like too, and it's brights, which I love. And I already had the clip art on the cards, and all you had to do was just change what it was called. So like you could make it art, music, PE, whatever. So that was really hard to talk about. I'm so tired. But so be looking for that in my classroom soon. I'm going to fix things. I'm going to be moving things around on my schedule and renaming things so they fit what we actually call things now. Because when I made my schedule before, it was like in the old building when we called recess Peaceful Playground, and we don't call it that, and we haven't for a long time. And so the kids are like, Peaceful Playground, what is that? I'm like, honestly, it's something that never happened. No, I'm just kidding. They were, oh, poor kids. It was so hot. I told you that it was so hot. They're like, can we go inside? I'm like, yeah, pretty soon. I mean, we probably just should have brought them inside early, but what are you going to do, right? Oh, okay. I'm going to go inside, film my collab. You'll get to see that tomorrow. Well, you would have already seen that by the time you see this. So I hope you enjoyed it. It's really weird thinking that way when you haven't done it yet. I have to think in the future. So I hope you enjoyed it, because I'm about to film it now. And I'm sure that I'll love whatever's in the package, because why wouldn't I? And oh my gosh, my kids were so sweet today. So I think I showed you that we did like a consensogram where they got to use dot markers, and they got to put on the chart how they were feeling about the first day. So they put how they felt about the first day. Were they happy and excited? Were they nervous, or were they sad? And then we were going to do one at the end of the day, which we did, and I'll show you. But we compared them. And then I had a lot of kids. I think there might have been one in the nervous section. And that's just because they had not ridden a bus before, and they were a little bit nervous about going home on the bus. Not going home, period, but like just going home a different way that they're used to, which I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That's okay. And I had told them at the beginning of the day, how you feel is how you feel. There's no right or wrong way to feel. That's just the way you feel. That's just the way it is. So don't feel like you're wrong for feeling nervous or sad or scared or whatever, because that's how you feel. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we're going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So we did the one, how do you feel now, at the end of the first day of second grade. I almost said first grade. At the end of second grade. And there are a lot that marked sad. And I was like, oh, are you sad because the day's over? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, that just made me feel so good. I mean, not that they were sad. That didn't make me feel good. But that they were like going to miss our classroom. Like they had such a good day. They didn't really want to leave. And I was like, oh, you guys. I said, well, guess what? We get to do this all over again tomorrow and for the year. So yay. And they're like, okay. Yeah, they're like, this was the best day ever. And honestly, I was like, that is so awesome. Yay, I'm glad you had a great day. I was so excited to have like a 10-minute window to do, I don't know what that was, to do a read aloud today, because I wasn't able to do it the whole year last year. I started out doing it and then just didn't work out. It just wasn't, there's like a sweet spot for doing that, I feel like. And there's times of the day where that's not something you can really put in there, because the mindset and the activity level of the kids just isn't for that. You know what I mean? Like a read aloud time, they need to be kind of calm, and they need to be relaxed. They need to be receptive. They can't be like excited and energetic and chatty and, pumped up about stuff, because then they can't really settle down, because you don't have time to be like, okay, let's do all this Zen yoga stuff for 15 minutes and then we'll read. We don't have time for that. So it needs to be a time where they can just come in the room and just kind of and be ready, like boom. And they did pretty good today. And I thought, wow, if it went, I won't say it was perfect. Nothing's ever perfect. I don't ever expect it to be perfect. We're people. Nobody's perfect. But not too bad. Not too bad, especially considering the first day of school. Not too bad. Yeah. So I think it's going to be good. And I was like, here are my expectations for, I call it rest and read, because I let them lay down during that time, because it's just a downtime for them to just listen to a story. It's the only time of the day where, besides recess and lunch, where they don't have to perform. It's the only time of the day where they can just enjoy reading for reading's sake. They don't have to, there's nothing attached to it as far as any kind of, I don't know what the word is. There's no project attached to it. There are no questions. I mean, I might ask questions. What did you think about the story? What did you like about, things like that. But they're not having to like take a test over it or anything. It's just to enjoy the book and to just enjoy reading and understand the joy of reading and why people do it. And it's only 10 minutes. I mean, by the time we have a restroom break, we get upstairs, everybody sits down, we have 10 minutes, and then it's time to go to recess, which is all the way downstairs again. So it kind of looks like this massive amount of time, like it's a 20-minute period between lunch and recess, but you have to pick the kids up, they have to dump their trays, they have to go to the restroom, then we have to line up again, then we have to get all the way upstairs, we have to get settled on the rug, and then we start, and then it's time to clean up and go somewhere else. So, there's time that's accounted for that you don't know by just looking at the schedule necessarily. So yeah, my partner teacher does the same schedule as me, and that's what she did before too, because her schedule as far as recess and stuff like that hasn't changed. Mine, I used to have the recess before the one I have now, which whatever, I don't really care as long as we have a recess for the kids. It doesn't really matter to me when it is. But it really wasn't a big change for me today, because I just had it in my head that my recess was a little later. So last year it was like right after lunch. So I would line the kids up by the recess railing upstairs. I mean, you could see the recess area from there. And I would say, okay, if anyone needs to use the restroom, now's the time. Because we had 3 or 4 minutes after lunch before we went to recess, but not enough time to get upstairs and come back down again. So I kind of learned just to hang out there. And those that needed to go to the bathroom went. And those that wanted to drink went. And then we went on down and went to recess, and it worked out really well. But this year we have that little block of time. So it's a great time for reading. Yeah. Okay, I don't even know if any of that makes sense, but I'm going to go because I think I'm just babbling now. And I've been doing that a lot lately, so I apologize if I'm just running on and on. And I'm going to go, and I'll see you later. Good morning. It's the second day of school. It is Wednesday, August 21st, and it's about 7:05. I'm headed to school, not quite as early today. We don't have a weird parking situation today. We tried to leave the parking lot as open as possible yesterday so that parents could have a place to park, because a lot of parents like to take their kids in on the first day of school, especially kindergarten. I mean, that's totally, that's a new experience for them. But even, some of the first and second grade parents like to give their kids a send-off. And if you're new to the district, new to the school, you definitely probably want to do that on the first day. I went over my expectations a lot yesterday, because that's just what you do the first several weeks of school, and you keep reinforcing them through the year, because anything you let get started becomes a problem. And you'll have to be fighting that all year long, so you don't want anything going on that you do not want to happen forever, because it will be your nightmare. Today we are going to start school-wide expectation rotations. We have our little time block that's set aside for our math power hour. It's a math intervention time, and before that starts, we're using a couple of days so that we can go to different areas of the school and teach the school-wide expectations in those areas. So we have bus, we have cafeteria, we have hallway, restroom, classroom you kind of do on your own, playground, that's a big one. So there are classes, like there's a kindergarten, a first, and a second grade class paired together, or it's 3, but you know what I mean. We're grouped together to travel to these different places at the same time, and then we make sure that our students hear the expectations for those different areas so that they know without a doubt what is expected of them. and everyone hears basically the same thing. It's not going to be exactly word for word, but it'll be the same idea for every place. And some of the things will be exactly the same because we say be safe, be respectful, be responsible. Those are our school-wide expectations for everywhere you go, no matter what. So we are reinforcing those. Like kindergarten and first graders from last year heard them. So by the time they get to me, if they've been here, this will be their third time. So they should know. But you just have to remind. Yesterday was really good. Like I said, I was exhausted, like beyond. I don't think I've ever been that tired and just worn out feeling. But I'm starting to wonder if maybe I have something or I'm catching something. Because like I went home after school yesterday and I just felt awful. And I don't feel that great now. It's supposed to rain today periodically, and so I have a sinus headache and I just hurt all over. And so when I get to school, I'll be there early enough before contract time that I can eat a little something and take some Excedrin. And hopefully I'll start working really fast. But it's going to be a good day in spite of my body aches and headache. It'll be great. The kids had a great day yesterday. They actually told me, they were sad because they had to leave, which made me feel really good. Not that they were sad, but that they felt so strongly about wanting to stay. So we're going to do more getting to know you activities, more partner activities, more social emotional lessons. We'll get started kind of easing into what our day will normally look like. Not a lot today because things are still out of whack on the first week of school. You're doing expectations. That's the most important thing, to get your expectations down and practice them. Practice, 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 practice. Model, 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 model. Because anything that you let slide is going to come back and haunt you the rest of the year. You do not want that. That is not pleasant for anyone. So don't let anything happen that you don't want to happen every day, all day. So yesterday, kids are social. They talk. Have you ever been to a teacher's lounge? Teachers talk too. We had a discussion about finding a good working spot. And even though this person is your best friend in the world and you love them to pieces and you would spend every waking minute with them if you could, does that mean that they're the best person to sit by when you have things to do? Probably not. I don't know anybody that has that much self-control that can keep from talking to their friend. I mean, teachers talk to their friends too, right? I'm hoping that since I'm starting my day a little differently this year, that maybe that will help some of that chatting. Last year, I started a chat time after we came back from special class because I realized, wow, we're just basically asking them to be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet all day long, except for recess, which is one time a day, or was then. We can have two now. We could have two then too, but it doesn't work all the time to have that extra one. But anyway, and I realized, oh my goodness, like they never get to talk to each other. Unless we're doing like a partner thing or like a get up and move and talk to somebody. But it's not, I mean, that's like directed talking, the turn and talk and all that stuff. That's directed talking. They need like just chatting, free talking. So I'm starting my day off differently this year. Last year, when they came in, they were expected to read for AR. That was it. You go get your books, you read for AR. Because a lot of them weren't reading at home, so that was like the only time they ever read was at school. This year, they're going to have a choice. You can call them whatever you want. Morning bins, morning tubs, whatever. Wake up bins. I'm going to call them brain bins because they're supposed to stimulate their imagination. So it's things like building blocks and Lincoln Log, unplugged, totally unplugged. So I think I have 8, maybe there's 10. I added to them last year, so I'm thinking I might have 10 now of these tubs that have different activities in them. There are brain flakes and balance puzzles and things like that. I introduced them yesterday. I showed them what they were. They haven't gotten to use them yet because it was the first day of school. So today, they'll get to use those when they come in. And I think they're excited. And that will be, it's called soft start, a soft start to your day. Like I'm not going to have morning workout for them, starting right off the bat. They are going to be able to choose a bin, work with a partner. I'm only going to have 2 per bin because there's no reason to have 3 there. 3 causes a lot of drama and loudness. So we'll have conversations about what this is going to look like when you get one, what this is going to sound like when you get one. That will be the focus of this morning, and so they'll get a chance to practice that. We also are going to make a birthday book for our first birthday friend who actually had their birthday yesterday, and there's just too much going on to make the birthday book yesterday. And you know what else? I completely forgot to give this student their birthday cup. Toward the end of the day, I'm like, don't I usually give them something for their birthday? Like, what am I doing? I completely forgot. So this will be birthday day 2 for this kiddo. Because Mrs. Bond was not with it yesterday on the first day of school. So I'm going to apologize. We're going to drink this student's Capri Suns that they brought for their birthday that we didn't get to yesterday. And they'll get their birthday cup and they'll get their birthday book and all will be right with the world again. But you know, the first day is just full of all kinds of crazy good, but it's just kind of chaos for a while. I am almost to my building, so I'm going to sign off for this morning, and I will check back in with you probably at the end of the day when it's time to go and kind of catch you up on the day and let you know what we've done and close off the day. So it's going to be a great day too. Talk to you later. Hello, it's the end of the day and it's 5 till 5 and I'm just now leaving, but we had a good day. It was hot and muggy, but that's just kind of the way the weather is right now. I have to be gone tomorrow on the 3rd day of school for a meeting that I have to attend. So I've left this note for my students. And I'll put a picture of it right here so you can see it. So I told my class I was going to be gone. I said I had a meeting. I would be back on Friday, but to be their wonderful selves, and that the one that's going to be in here is a teacher. She knows what she's doing. Things might be a little different than what we're used to in 2 days, but it's okay. Just roll with it. I've got all of my lesson plan things over here in this basket, including the snack, the lunch sticks, the little lunch envelope, rest and read book, attendance, and tons of activities, lots and lots of things. I've got lots and lots of things to do in the basket. I talked to the lady that will be in here for me tomorrow, kind of went over just a little bit of it, and I said, I just thought I would just kind of leave you a schedule and let you pick what you wanted to do, what looked like it would be good, because basically we're just doing get to know you things, learning how to sit still, and doing review things, and this is a mixture of that. There's some partner activities, there's some by yourself activities, and she can always have them read out of the magazine basket, so that's a choice too. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. And Caitlin just texted me and wants applesauce. I just wanted to go home. So I don't think that our little penny Walmart will have applesauce, but we'll see, because I'm not gonna I can't drive across town. I don't have it in me. I'm gonna check at Walmart and see if they have strawberry applesauce, because that's what she wants, but if not, I'll just get regular, because she wants something that's easy to eat, because her throat has been so sore. All right, I'm gonna go home and get myself ready for tomorrow's meeting. It's not a school meeting, it's out of the school, so super fun, but something that needs to be done, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And the lady that's going to be in here, I'm not worried at all. She's going to be great. She's subbed a lot, and she was a teacher before, so she knows the score. So everything should be good, and I'll be back here on Friday, so yay. So I'll talk to you later. Good morning. Happy Thursday, August 22nd. It is day 3 of school, but I am not headed there today because I have a meeting in another town, so I'm headed there. So I have a substitute today for the first time on the 3rd day of school. But everything is going to be fine. I've left directions. I actually spoke to her yesterday. I requested a retired teacher that's been in our building lots of times, so I'm not worried about anything. She knows how to do everything and knows where everything is. And I told the kids about what I was going to be doing today. I told them I would miss them. I left a note on the board, which I hope I showed you yesterday. And everything is going to be great. No pressure today. So I left just a variety of activities for her to choose from, whatever's working well. Some are partner activities, some are independent activities. And it's raining today and it's kind of gross, and they'll probably have inside recess the whole day unless it stops and dries out. So, you know, their behavior may be a little different today. Plus, I'm gone, so that's going to change their dynamics just a little. So that's why I left different things for her. Plus, I left a couple of books that she can read from, which will be good. So everything will be fine. And I have no idea how long this meeting will be. It just will take as long as it takes. I'm wearing a dress today just to look professional for my meeting. And I woke up this morning around 5 with an awful sinus headache because of the rain. Anytime we have a rain front come through, I always feel cruddy. And that's just the way it is. And honestly, I realized I'm not alone in this because over the summer, a lot of my teacher tuber friends were posting that they were having awful headaches too. And they're like, is it just me? And we're like, no. All of us are feeling really cruddy this summer because of the, I don't know if it's the pollen count or the humidity or the barometric pressure or what, but a lot of us had like some of the worst headaches ever this summer, and lots of them, like just very frequent. So I'm looking forward to fall when all of this stuff pretty much goes away. I always feel better in the fall. That's probably when I feel the best is fall, because we haven't hit the cold weather yet, because super cold makes me hurt too. But like this kind of weather is just nasty. It's just nasty and icky. It's kind of gray and gloomy, but it does make everything greener. So that's a plus. Plus the animals need the water. So I'm not complaining about the rain. I just feel bad for my students that don't get to have outside recess probably. But it will be okay. Whatever happens, happens, and they'll roll with it. It's okay. It's just been so unbearably hot lately and very humid. So hopefully this rain will break that up and we'll have a little cool cycle for a little bit. Not cold, but cooler than it has been, and hopefully not super humid and muggy like it's been. When you stand outside, it's like you're just drenching in sweat, and it just feels so gross. Yeah, the kids are like, we go in. I mean, they don't even want to be outside for recess, poor things. They're not enjoying themselves because it's so hot and yucky. So hopefully today will be better, and they'll enjoy that more. All right, I don't know that there'll be really anything to share about today. We'll just have to see. So I'll check back in with you later if there's anything to update you on. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Good morning, happy Friday. It is day 4 of school, and I'm headed there right now. Yesterday, as I said, I had a meeting. After the meeting, I went home. I contacted my administration through email and said the meeting was over and requested to use the rest of my day as a personal day so that I could help Caitlin with her apartment things, because I had scheduled the entire day off for this meeting because we didn't know how long it would take. I didn't want to yank my sub out halfway through the day because I didn't think that was fair to her, because she had already blocked the entire day off for her subbing. So didn't really want to drive to Kansas yesterday, but I did end up taking Caitlin. She signed her lease, which, my gosh, the thing was so thick. I made sure that she read through the important bits. Like, we skimmed through most of it, but like some of the stuff we're like, okay, what does that say? Anyway, but she was just not feeling it, because she just does not feel good. So got her keys. We took her bed with us. It was a bed in a box, so it had the mattress that was all rolled up and compressed, and she had a foundation that you just basically flip out of the box. You just unfold it and you just have to screw it together. And so we set that up so her bed has time to like air back up or whatever, get all the smush out of it. And if there's any smell, because it's a foam, like a memory foam mattress, if there's any smell, it can dissipate. I don't know if we're going to be moving her this weekend or not. I kind of doubt it. She is feeling really cruddy. So she has another doctor's appointment scheduled for this morning. So I'm hoping that she will text me and I can catch it at lunch and know what's up with that. She texted me this morning and said, my tonsils hurt so bad, Mom. I'm about to cry. They're awful. They're touching, they're smushing up against each other, and it hurts so bad. I'm like, ugh. Poor kid can't keep going on like this. She can barely swallow. When she talks, she sounds like she has like a tennis ball in her throat. It hurts for her to swallow, and it just hurts normally because they're so big in there. Ugh, I feel terrible for her. And this is the worst timing for all of us, of course, because she's supposed to be starting her new job Monday. Well, she's already contacted them, and they've pushed her start date back to after Labor Day, so she has another week. If she doesn't get on some kind of medication or something now, though, she won't be ready to start in a week either. So I'm hoping that we can get it all cleared up this weekend. Like, just whatever's going on, get her on some medicine, because this is terrible. So she was just really not wanting to go to Kansas yesterday, and neither was I. I did not feel good either. The only day we can do it where I can take you, and I'm not letting you drive like this. Poor kid was so exhausted. Then on the way home, she just climbed into the back seat and took a nap on our drive home. She's like, I'm so tired. I feel so bad. I said, why don't you just go in the back seat and lay down? I had a blanket. I had a travel pillow. I even had another blanket that was still like rolled up from when I bought it. I hadn't ever unpackaged it. She took some Tylenol and conked out back there for probably an hour and a half, about half the drive. Going through city traffic was interesting. So lucky us, hit it just at the peak of rush hour, about 5:15. So I was on like I-35, I think, and the speed limit there is 65, right? I was going 10, or I was going nothing because we were stopped because there's just so much traffic. So we got home about 8:45 last night, and then I sat down on the couch. That was a mistake because then I was like, oh. So I talked to my husband for just a little bit, and then I realized I was losing pieces of time because I was falling asleep. So I'm like, I gotta go to bed. I can't do this. So that was my night. I just went to bed. I was so tired. 6 hours of driving is a lot. Sorry, I'm on a bridge. That's why it's so bouncy right now. But I think I'm gonna say goodbye. And I will try to check back in with you. It probably won't be till the end of the day. I have a meeting this morning, and then lunch is going to be so fast. And then after lunch, there's not a lot of time, and then it's time to go home. And I have late buses, and I have PLCs after school. So I'll probably just catch you on the way home tonight and update you on how the day went and what we're doing with Caitlin and things like that. So I will check back in later. Good afternoon. Whew. I am on my way home. As a matter of fact, I am almost already home. So the day was good. We didn't do a lot of things today because Fridays are pretty condensed. The students made an acrostic poem using their name, and the letters of their name were used to think of adjectives that describe them. So I will show you an example that I made of mine, and you can kind of extrapolate what the students would look like because I don't want to show student names. I think those are going to be really nice to put out in the hallway because we have a parent night next week. Kind of like a day in the life of what your second grader is going to be learning this year type of a thing. And what they can expect as far as like if anyone gives homework or any projects coming up that we know about already. What AR is all about. iReady. Things like that. So kind of your classroom procedures, parties, whatever. I do give a lot of that information out at open house in my little pamphlet, but you can't give everything out because it's just too much. Parents will be invited to come at different times, starting at 5, to go to their child's grade level because kindergarten has their time, first grade has their time, and second grade has their time. So we will be doing that in our classrooms and meeting families. Always wonder if I should have like some kind of a snack or something, but I don't think so because they would have had dinner like not too long before that. So I don't know, maybe cookies or something. I'll have to see. I've never really done anything like that, so I haven't set a precedent for it. Not that anybody would even know unless they've had me before. But sorry, I'm on my gravel. It's really wiggly, really wiggly, really bad. I am so happy to be home. I cannot even tell you. Ugh. And it's not that the week was bad or anything like that. It was really good. It's just I'm tired, just really tired and worn out. That's all. So this weekend I really just need to concentrate on lesson plans and I can get my newsletter whipped out. No big deal. I have the first page of it done. I just need to do the second page because the first page is like, these are our specials for the next 2 weeks. This is what's coming up in our classroom. Like, well, this is what's coming up date-wise on our school calendar. I need to put the curriculum thing in there. I forgot about that. Oops. Okay. I have some things put on there. I'm going to go in and give poor Caitlin her throat spray so she can get that going. I'm just gonna go collapse now because I'm so tired. All right, I will see you next time.